Hey there, how are you today? This is Mindy Stern, and I'm here to talk about how to be and become exactly what it is that you want to become. Be the person you want to be, feel, live the life that you want to live. You do not have to be stuck anymore in being something that you're not, or struggling to actually get to that point where you can be the person you wanna be. How many of you are feeling that you're, you're struggling a little bit. You want something. You have this vision of how your life should be. You have this vision of who you should be, how you should feel, and it's out there. It's clear what it is that you want to do and or want to be, and you're doing things and doing things, and you never really get to that point where you actually feel inside that you are exactly who you were meant to be. How many of you feel that way? Well, you're not alone. A lot of people in this world, they struggle a lot to get to the point where they can actually be the person they want to be. And what seems to be happening a lot of times, I'm going to say that most times, is most people have this concept of how to become the person that they want to be. So when they're trying to become the person that they want to become, they're actually doing a lot of things. They believe that if they do something, then they will actually have something. And that when they have this something, whatever it is, then they will finally be able to be the person that they want to be. So the process is do, then they will have something. And that way it'll allow them to be whatever it is that they want to be. So I could give you some examples. If I am active on the dating scene, then I will have a partner and then I will be loved, right? Do, have, be. Or another example could be if I work out every day, then I'll have a slim and trim body and then I will be sexy. So do is the workout, have slim and trim body, and be is I will be sexy. How about another example? If I work hard, and how many of you feel like you are working hard? Yeah, okay. So if I work hard, I will have more money and then I will be significant. So the goal is to become significant and to be that person, to be a significant person. Most people think they need to do certain actions to get there. Do you get this? Do you feel that way also, that you need to be doing certain actions in order to be getting the ability to be who it is that you want to be? Well, you're not alone. But this is not a natural progression for manifestation, for achieving your goals. What happens is that thought of do, have, be, is actually something that we were conditioned to do, something we were taught. We were taught by our parents, by our teachers, by our environment, that this is the way to success. If you do something, if you get good grades, yeah, then you will have an education. And if you have an education, you are able to be successful in whatever it is that you want to be. Okay, that is the mentality. That's the condition that we've gotten, and we've all gotten it. It's across the board, and we get this conditioning not because the people who are teaching us don't have our best interests at heart. They absolutely have our best interests at heart, but that was how they were conditioned. That is what they were taught is the right way to do things. And this concept of be, have, do, it's not natural. Okay, it's not what I believe. The creator, the universe, the environment, the energy, supreme energy, Mother Nature, whatever you call it. I think that we were put here on this earth. I really believe this. We were put on this earth by whatever higher intelligence there is out there, to be loved and to be sexy and to be significant and to be happy. And whatever it is that you are aspiring to be, that is your natural birthright. That is actually how you were born. You were born loved. You were born sexy. You were born significant. And something happened along the way to take you away from that, to separate you from what you really are and who you can be. And the thing that has separated you from that perfectness when you were first born, that Today we call it that innocence because we all know better now that we've been conditioned. But that innocence is actually the truth. You are born perfect. You are exactly who you are supposed to be. And what happens is through conditioning, through the way people tell us that we need to act in order to be, to generate, to be that over there, our conditioning, that conditioning actually separates us from of who we are. And then we are this lifelong search, this lifelong struggle to come back to be who we really are. And it's a big frustration. Excuse me, I hear some clicking going on here, and I am sorry about that. Okay, so it's a big frustration. People are struggling, doing, and never really getting to that point where they're actually being who it is they want to be, because they're so busy in the doing, because that's what we're taught, that we need to do. But if you stop for a moment and you think about it, you already are. You already have the capability. You do not need to do all this stuff that creates stress in your life, that creates frustration in your life. You don't need to doing that to be who it is you want to be, because you already are. So what happens is, because people are conditioned to do, have, be, they're actually always in the doing, and they do whatever it takes, thinking that if they do X, then they will have Y. And then once they have Y, then they will be Z. Do, have, be. That is our conditioning. But there, I see that there's two things that might happen when someone is conditioned this way. There's actually a lot more things, but I'm going to talk about two different things that come up when people are conditioned with the do, have, be kind of progression for manifestation, for being who they want to be. Okay? The first thing is that by saying this progression is do, have, be, you are actually making the being of whoever you want to be, you're making it conditional on some kind of action that you take, meaning that you have to do something to be who you want to be. Okay? So if you don't do that action, then you can't be, obviously. You can't be who it is that you want to be. And another thing that can come in is if you don't do that action well, then again, you can't be who it is that you want to be. And remember, if you go back one step, Mother Nature put us here, and we are perfect beings. We are happy, sexy, significant, and everything in our natural form. So we already are. So if you have this concept of do, have, be, meaning that being something is conditioned upon action, then that's kind of a problem. Do you get it? You need to actually do something. And then if you have to keep doing something, that comes up a lot of judgment on yourself, because you're either not doing it, so you're frustrated that you're not doing what you need to do, or you're not doing it well, so you have that judgment and you're not doing it well, therefore you are not who you want to be. And that adds to a lot of frustration and disappointment and a lack of fulfillment. But the second problem is when someone talks about a do, have, be. I even have it here. Do, have, be. Silly me. Do, have, be. When you talk about do, have, be, what happens is, another thing is that you make the being of whatever it is that you want to be, you make it, you distance it from yourself. It's not here, it's not now, it is only going to occur after you take certain steps. So it's like someplace out there, the being, it's far away, it's distanced from you, it's on the horizon. Okay, you see it out there, you visualize it, you know what it is that you want to be, but it's over there on the horizon. And what's interesting about the horizon is that the horizon is always moving away from you. You go to the beach, look at the beach facing west, facing west, and you look out, and it's going away, always going away. You will never, ever, 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 ever be able to reach the horizon. So thinking that way, you might say then there's a possibility that you will never, ever be the person it is that you want to be. And that is a really sad concept. Now, I think that too many people are spending their lives trying to be something that's out there and never reaching it and being frustrated and sad and unfulfilled. And these feelings are really caused by the underlying sense of failure because they are judging their actions. They don't work hard enough. They don't hook up with the right people. They don't have the discipline to work out that they should have. And it goes on and on and on and on. And people end up beating themselves up for actually not doing what it takes to be the person that they want to be. So I am suggesting that you do two things now, okay? You can be who it is you want to be, and you can be it right now, right now. So I want you to say out loud, as a matter of fact, you can even stand up right now and say out loud with me. The first thing is, I am able to be the person that I want to be right now. Again, now say that again. I am able to be the person that I want to be right now. Okay, now say this. I am already that person. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am already that person. Say this also with me. I was born that person. Say it. 1, 2, 3. I was born that person. And say, it is my birthright. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It is my birthright. Okay, now please sit down. I'm going to take these statements, put them in the comments below so that you'll be able to stand up and repeat them. Okay? Because you can be the person that you really want to be right now. It's just a matter of throwing your conditioning into the wind and reconnecting here and now to the real you, the loved, the sexy, the significant, the happy you. Okay? So how do you do that? That is the question of questions. How do you do that? Well, the first thing you do is you change the equation. Change, that's simple, change the equation. It is not do, have, be, but it is be, do, have. Okay? Be what you want to be now. Okay? Be what you want to be now. Be now. If you want to be loved, then be loved now. And you can start by loving yourself. And when you're loved, really, you are loved. You are loved. How do you feel? And what do? You need to connect with those feelings and do the things that a person who is loved does. You want to be, and then you will have the do. You'll be able to do. So we have here be, and then do what you need to do. So a person who is loved, let's say the person who is loved smiles more, okay, or maybe sings a lot more or dances around for no apparent reason. That's how someone who is loved acts. Someone who is loved might pamper themselves and dress up more often. Now, do those things now. So if you are loved, you love yourself. Think about all the times that you have been loved, that you are being loved now because you are loved. So bring that into the here and now. Connect with that. And because you are loved, do the things that someone who's loved does. Okay? And when you are already loved and doing whatever it is that you do because you're loved, you will actually be attracting more love into your life. And this will probably come into the form of more and better loving relationships. Maybe a new partner, or maybe a better relationship with the partner you have, new friends, a new relationship with the people in your family, because you are already loved. So that's the energy that you're putting out there. That is what's driving your actions. It's already there. You don't have to fake it. It's actually there. And then when you're doing those actions, you do not have to make any kind of effort whatsoever. No more struggles, no more frustrations to actually bring into your life. It'll come without you struggling to get it. You'll have more loving relationships in your life. Now, this kind of concept for be, do, have You can also work for things that are more measurable, okay? Things that are more material in life. Let's say that you want to be rich, okay? If you want to be rich, start off being now, here and now, be rich, okay? Now, how do you do that? A rich person has money. So start off by listing the value of all your assets, your savings, your pension plans, your property, real estate, your investment portfolio. Okay, you already have money. So don't judge the money that you already have, the wealth that you already have, the assets you already have. Don't start labeling these assets, they're too little, they're not good enough, they're not in the right investment place, I didn't pay attention to them, they don't mean anything, they're not liquid. I mean, there's all sorts of judgments that you can give them. But put the judgments aside and just accept the bare fact that you have wealth. Okay? Once you accept that, you appreciate that, and then you are rich, because rich is actually a mindset. Okay? So when you are rich, you realize, okay, you are rich. Today, you are rich. The next thing you do is what you ask yourself, what does a rich person do? Okay? A rich person may learn how to manage and leverage his or her business, or his or her money. A rich person might meet often with other people to explore business and investment opportunities. A rich person might dress in a certain way. Do those things now because you already are rich. So you should be acting like a rich person. And because you are rich and do the things that rich people do, then you will attract more money effortlessly with no struggle, no frustration. Okay? It's just amazing because you are being rich. You are doing what rich people do, and therefore you are going to attract to you the things that rich people have. As simple as that. Okay? Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to be a successful business owner. So you probably are thinking that you need to work hard and then have some money in your business so that you can hire a team to lead. So do would be work hard. Have would be have money, resources, so that you can be a successful team leader, which is actually that's what a business owner is. No, that is not true. First, be the successful business owner. Now, you already are. Look at all the successes you've accomplished already. Look at the things that you've done in your business up until now. And since you are a successful business owner, you're going to hire a team to drive your business forward now. And you're going to invest heavily in marketing because that's what business owners do. And because you are a successful business owner and do what successful business owners do, you will attract more money, more clients, more recognition without the struggle and the frustration that you have probably been feeling up until now. It will just happen because that's what happens to successful business owners, and that's what you are. So you need to be who it is that you want to be, and therefore do whatever it is that those people do, and you shall have. Okay? Be, do, have. That is the right equation to actually live your life in the best way possible. Live the life of your dreams. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 4 tools that you can use now. 4 tools that you can use in order to actually be who it is that you want to be now. I mean, there's ways to do it. You don't just, well, you can, okay, but it takes a lot of personal development to get to a point, a lot of enlightenment to get to a point where you can decide that you are somebody and be that person immediately without any effort. But I'm going to give you some tools to get you to the point where you can actually really feel like who you want to be, what you want to be right now. Okay? So the first thing that you can do, you should do, in order to be the person that you want to be right now is what I call gratitude. Okay? Be thankful already today for what you have, for what you've accomplished, for what you have in your life. Because you have a lot of things. And a lot of times your focus might be on the struggles, on what you don't have yet. Okay, on the difficulty of getting there, what your neighbor has. No, what you need to do is first to be in the here and now, to actually be right now who it is that you want to be. You should start by being thankful for what it is that you have. Okay, what you've achieved, what you've accomplished, what wonderful things you've brought into your life. When you are in a process of being grateful and you appreciate all of those things, and you actually bringing into your life more satisfaction, more happiness, more relaxed environment, less stress. You bring it into the here and now. And actually, when you talk about being something, it's mostly those things that we want to be. We want to be happy. We want to be satisfied. We want to be fulfilled. We want to be significant. So when you are grateful today for what it is that you have, you are already those things. I can recommend it. I use a daily gratitude procedure that was created by a man named Alan Walters. And you're welcome to look that up. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll put a link down if I can find one. I can put a link down below to connect you with what his procedure is. Daily gratitude every morning. One of the first things that I do every day is I get up and I write down my gratitude, what I am grateful for. What I'm grateful for right now, who I want to be right now. And I write it down and I connect with that. And that actually guides me in my days and, my happy days. Okay, the next thing that you should be doing to be who it is that you want to be right now, the next thing is affirmations. State it. Say it out loud in the present tense. The things that you are. Okay, the things that you want to be. Say it out loud. I am financially free. I am a successful business owner. I am a sexy mama. Okay, I am a supportive and loving mother, parent. Whatever it is that you want to be, state it now. Out loud, not in your mind. Send it out, send the energy out into the universe and say it out loud. That is what you are. I am successful. I am rich. Whatever it is that you want to be, say it out loud. And you could be a lot of things. You don't necessarily need to have to be just one thing. You can be 15 different things. You can be 20 different things. You can have a pile of affirmations. My mentor, who I work with, his name is Blair Singer. I was in a mastermind meeting with him last week, and he took out his affirmations, an index card file, like this thick of index cards. Each one is one of his affirmations. So you don't limit yourself. You can be whatever it is that you want to be. And one of the ways to do it, to bring it to the here and now, is actually to state it very clearly what it is exactly you want to be in the present tense. That's the second tool. The third tool is modeling. Okay, modeling. What is modeling? Modeling is actually copying somebody else. You want to see what someone else is doing. So look out there in the world for someone who is already the person that you want to be. Okay, already acting, living the life that you really want to have, you aspire to have as your life. Okay, now why do I say to model? It's not because you are not already. I told you, you already are the person that you want to be. Now you're just trying to connect to that. Come back to that state of being who it is that you want to be. But the people out there that I want you to model, they have actually developed behaviors and mindsets and attitudes that support them being whoever that is. Now, when you were a child, you're conditioned to start doing it a different way. So you didn't have that opportunity to develop behaviors and mindsets that support being whoever it is that you want to be. So if you look out there in the world at people who who you would like to emulate, who live the life that you would like to live, or are the people that you would like to be, that have the same values as you, look at them and model them, because they've already developed the behaviors and the mindsets. So just copy them. How do they dress? What's their daily routine look like? What books do they read? Who are their teachers? What organizations are they members of? Okay, look at that and start behaving, acting, talking, dressing, doing the same things to become today, to really, I forget the word, entrench it into your life, the actions of and behaviors and mindsets of the person you want to be. Okay, so modeling is really, it's a big shortcut. It's a big shortcut, because you've been separated from who you are so long ago that you don't want to spend now the next 20, 30, 40 years trying to develop, to make up along the way the tools. They're already out there. So start modeling it from people who walk the talk, not necessarily teach what you want to be, but are what you want to be. So that's the third tool that you can use. And the last tool I'd like to talk about is this. Here. Do one action item at a time. Okay? When we say here the model the new equation is be, do, have. So if you be the person you want to be, therefore you will do the things that person does, and you will have, it'll come about, you will attract whatever it is that you want to have. Okay? But in the doing, you're going to have to learn how to do things maybe a little bit differently than you've been doing up until now. Because let's say, for the sake of argument, one of the examples I gave is that you want to be rich. So if you want to be rich, let's just assume that right now you need to do things that rich people do. And if you don't feel that you are rich today, maybe you don't know what those things are. So when we talk about modeling, we talk about doing what it is that rich people do. You need to start doing it. So you need to learn first what it is. So I would say choose one thing. And I'll talk about being rich. If you want to choose rich people, they know how to leverage and manage their money. So one of the things that you want to be learning to do is how to leverage and manage your money. Okay, so focus on that. Do that first. Do it, learn it, and implement it. See how it goes. Now, what I'm going to say about the implementation is do not be a perfectionist and do not procrastinate. Success likes motion. Things in motion, move. And as a matter of fact, it likes things that move quickly. So be in motion. Don't wait for anything to be perfect. Try, experiment, learn how to do it, and implement, okay? Learn and do. Do. Just like they say in Nike, just do it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but start doing the things that these people do. Whoever it is that you want to be, whatever it is that you want to be, start doing the things that they want to do. So you don't have to become overwhelmed. Do one thing at a time. Learn one subject and do it, and then go to another subject and then do that. Okay? Rome wasn't built in one day. And also, the building of whatever it is that you want to be, although you are that now, it might take time, but the time that it takes, you will be enjoyable, will be pleasant, will be fun. It won't be that struggling, frustrating, not knowing where to go kind of time. Okay, so that's it. The trick is to be the person you really want to be. Do it now. You can be the person you want to be now. Work on your gratitude, your affirmations, modeling. Do modeling. And then do one thing at a time. Okay. I'm mindystern. I hope that this works for you. I hope that you liked what the presentation was about, that you can implement it in your life. If you have comments, please put them down below in the comment section. If there's something else that you'd like me to discuss, also put it in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to address any issues that come up. And if you feel that you got value out of this presentation, out of this training, please share it with your friends. So this is mindystern for now. I am here. I am dedicated to your personal, financial, and business empowerment. Have a great day.